You may not even realize it yet, but you've already stepped across a threshold that most people spend their entire lives searching for. Something in you has shifted, something quiet but undeniable. You're no longer in the middle of the storm that once defined your spiritual awakening. You're standing in the stillness that follows it. As the sun moves into Leo, this new chapter begins, not with chaos, but with clarity. You're not being broken open anymore. You're being revealed. This moment isn't about unraveling, it's about embodiment. You've stopped chasing the signs, stopped analyzing every feeling, stopped asking the universe to prove your path, and not because you've given up, but because you finally trust it. You trust yourself. The awakening you went through has matured into something steadier, something real. You don't talk about healing every day anymore because you're already living from the place your healing brought you to. You don't need to be loud about your growth. You simply are the growth, and while the world around you might look the same, you know deep down that you're not the same person who started this journey. But here's the part that catches most people off guard. This phase of spiritual awakening isn't loud or dramatic. It's not fireworks or downloads or daily cosmic signs. It's stillness, it's silence. And that silence at first can feel confusing, even lonely. You might notice the signs that once followed you everywhere have quieted. You check the clock and don't see repeating numbers. You don't get sudden bursts of emotional clarity. You don't feel like you're being cracked open every week. And a part of you wonders, has something gone wrong? But this silence isn't absence. It's arrival. You don't need constant confirmation anymore because something deeper has taken root. You're beginning to live from within. Your intuition doesn't shout now. It whispers, it hums, and it's enough. Because you've finally stopped reaching outward and started listening inward. Your body is feeling it too. Suddenly you're more tired, even though you're not doing anything new. Your sleep is strange, your appetite shifts. Foods you used to enjoy feel heavy. Your nervous system is more sensitive, like it's rewiring itself from the inside. You feel aches, tension, even buzzing in your limbs. But this isn't a problem, it's a recalibration. Your body is learning to hold the higher frequency your spirit already carries. You're becoming more aligned, not just in thought but in form. The things that used to numb you, caffeine, sugar, constant stimulation, don't feel right anymore. You crave simplicity, you crave peace. You start to notice yourself choosing differently, without even thinking. Drinking more water, saying no when you mean it, resting when your body asks. This isn't a phase of performance, it's one of presence. And just like that, the people in your life start to shift too. Conversations feel off. Friendships you once relied on begin to fade. You feel distant from others, even when nothing obvious has changed. It can feel like you've become the problem, like you're out of sync with everyone around you. But the truth is you've outgrown the masks. You're no longer shrinking to fit into spaces that ask you to pretend. You're not the spiritual version of yourself that needed validation to feel real. You've moved into sovereignty, emotional and energetic. You don't need to be seen by others to feel solid in who you are. You don't need to explain your emotions or prove your peace. You're just living from your center now. And that's a kind of power most people won't understand, because it's not about performance, it's about presence. This Leo energy isn't here to break you down. It's here to remind you of who you really are. You don't need to shout it, you don't need to prove it. You're already living it. The real test now isn't whether you can awaken, it's whether you can stay awake in your everyday life without the signs.